What's up? What's up? We back with another episode of Beyond the Clientele. I'm your host, J1 or J100 or Mr. So 100 because you know I do it the So 100 way. I got a special guest in the building, man. A young boss, a young king in the building, man. My boy, DJ Young King. King,
Yes,
what it
sir.
do, bro?
Man, I'm here. I'm kicking it.
Man,
Having
show me
fun.
love, show me
You doing
love.
all right?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Yeah.
First off, man, let me say thank you for coming on the show, man. I
Happy to be
appreciate you.
here.
Yeah,
Happy
for
to be
blessing me with your presence, brother. Yeah. All right, check this out, King. First thing I want to do, I want to get the business out the way. So I want you to tell the people what it is you bring to the look good and feel good industry. And I want you to share your social media, any contacts, anything, you know, how they can do business with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So, DJ King, obviously DJ.
Yeah.
But, I do production on the side. I do an A&R right now. And I also, promote a event thrower, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I'm in every lane possible. I've done concerts. I do clubs. I still do concerts. I just started back taking weddings. I work with artists in the studio, like helping them get they sound right and stuff like that.
Okay. I didn't know you did that.
Yeah. I do everything, music, everything. But social medias, it literally everywhere is DJ King, KVNG.
KVNG. Okay.
KVNG. Yup.
Okay.
And then I just started doing the mashup thing.
Yeah, I've been
been going
seeing
crazy
it.
with
I've
the
been in
mashup.
tune. That's basically like you mixing songs and with the different beats or whatever.
Like taking the vocals from a song and mixing it probably with like one or two other beats or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's a different way. I'm about to start messing with it. Like I'm a DJ it, but I'm gonna do some production stuff on it first, and then I'm gonna go and like it's gonna be. I'm about to start it. I just thought about it yesterday.
Okay, so the mashup thing. Tell me a little bit about that. When did I know it's been being done.
Yeah.
But now it's kind of like a trending thing. A lot of DJs is doing
Big time.
And that just caught a wave. You kind of just jumped on like that, or what? Because y'all been mashing up, man. That's what mixing. Yeah, y'all been mixing it up.
I've been in the club doing this type of stuff.
Yeah. That's been going on. But I just been seeing a real wave of it. What's that about?
So like, the main DJ software. Well, it's not the main one. I say it's the one that's the most popular. It's called Serato.
Okay.
And they just released about a year, 2 years ago called Stems.
Okay.
So you get to cut out just the vocal, or you get to cut out just the kicks and the drums, or you get to cut out just the bass or the melody.
Oh.
So you able to like alter the songs in a different way where you used to have to sit there and like play with the highs, the lows, and the mids to be able to do that type stuff. But,
okay.
So it's became a thing on TikTok. It became a thing on then Instagram.
Yeah.
So it's just like I'm looking at it like another avenue to get more business.
Yeah, and to show your skills too. Yeah.
Because really it's simple. It's not if you don't have to know how to DJ to do a mashup.
Just have that software.
Like if you got the software and you can hit two buttons and push play, you can pretty much make a mashup. Like it ain't hard.
Yeah.
But it's something that everybody don't know how to DJ. So people just be thinking it's something so intricate, so difficult.
Yeah, I can dig it.
But man, it opened up a whole nother lane for me, like financial. I didn't know it was gonna start bringing in some like extra money for me.
That's what's up.
But it's like people started paying for certain stuff, like the mixes or whatever, to get it early. People pay for it and stuff like this. So
that's dope.
I'm
That's dope,
with
man. Well, hey, I wish you the best of luck with that. That's dope. So you said they can hit you on all your social medias. Yep. DJ KVNG.
Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud. On SoundCloud is just King, KVNG, but SoundCloud is where you can find the mashups from now on.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start doing little beat uploads on there, so people can hear some of them and get some of them for the frisky.
Yeah. So but you need to make sure your catalog stay right.
That's what I said. A little,
Yeah.
And then YouTube as well. YouTube DJ King.
Okay.
So because I just started uploading the mashups on there as well.
With the video, that they get a visual.
Right.
That's dope, man. I like that, man. Okay, well, check it out, King. This is what I want to do, man. I like to do this thing I call Impact by Decade, right?
Right.
So basically, you just share an impactful moment or experience that you've had in your life but I want you to do it within the decades of your life. You know, like from 1 to 10, 10 to 20, and 20. Now you're heading into 30. But just share some impactful moments, man, that molded you into the man you are today. You know what I'm saying? Starting with the young king, the little boy.
King.
I mean, and do you have any siblings?
Yeah, I got 3.
3 siblings.
3.
So yeah, I want the roots.
I'm the only boy.
Okay, you the only boy.
I am the only boy. I got
Are you
3
the oldest
sisters.
or youngest?
I am the youngest.
Okay.
That's good though.
That's
that
a
was
beautiful
good.
thing.
I came out like a protector though.
Come
so
on now,
it helped me. It wised me up early.
Yeah, that could be a great thing. It works against you in some time, but if you really if you got them people that's good around you, it work good. It's a good thing. Yeah. So tell me about that, man. Let's start with Young King.
So Young King, for those who don't know, I born in '95. You know,
Yeah.
But
what part of Memphis?
Really, so I was with my grandparents in North Memphis, and like my parents were staying there, and then we were staying in Fraser. Same time. It was weird.
So Fraser, North Memphis area,
back and forth. So really North Memphis, but Fraser really. But then when I hit like the age of 7, moved with my mom to Raleigh.
Okay,
that's where I really got a lot of my like roots.
That's where your roots
really
are. Okay, so Raleigh, Fraser, all that end of town.
Oh, it really is North Memphis in a way, but
yeah. I get it.
But
I just wanted to get a region of where you started at.
Yeah.
So go ahead, share some of them impactful moments, man.
So,
Lil King,
the first decade, first 10 years, whatever I say, man, really is when I got to Raleigh, but also, you know what? I say this because I always forget about this. My granddad is one Saturday that I remember was staying there because we used to stay there all the time. Me and my sister, because I got one sister that's like a full blood sister. That's the only one. But we used to be there like on Saturdays, Fridays, Sunday, whatever, just staying the whole weekend. It was one Saturday I just remember my granddad up singing and playing music, and then that was the first time I went through his like catalog, like all his tapes.
Yeah.
And he got like a heavy catalog of records. A lot of them messed up because they put them in the attic and they melted.
Yeah.
But
from the heat.
Yeah, from the heat. That all the VHS and all that stuff he had up there.
Yeah.
But man, I remember just going through all his music and stuff, and that's when I found out about I can't remember the dude's name, but this rap song that jumped my baby dead. Like it was popular back. It was popular back in the 90s.
I remember that song. Yeah.
But he was like, he said this used to be your mama's favorite song when your dad first got. I was like, that's a trip. But Dad learned about Sylvester and I think it was the Sly Stones. Learning about my granddad's favorite author was Luther.
Okay.
So I grew up on a heavy load of Luther, but my granddad part of like my big roots to like music.
To the music. He connected you to the music.
And then my mama, cause she could sing.
Okay.
And she's singing like she could hit high notes like Mariah and stuff like she could actually sing. She just was too shy to ever really do it.
Really?
But man, it was Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, like, and then my dad was big on just being on all type of music. And it's all within like the first 10 years of my life, I'm introduced to all this.
All the
my
music.
dad started listening to he was listening to blues like B.B. King. Man, what's dude name? Johnny Taylor.
Yeah.
But then he'll turn around and when I got a little older, he was listening to stuff like Rascal Flatts. He'll listen to stuff like Nickelback. Listen to stuff like Linkin Park. But then at the same time, he might introduction to Memphis music because he introduced me to Project Pat 3-6. I never forget he showed me the 3-6 songs. Get the F out of my face, did you?
Yeah.
And it like
that set something off.
Yeah, I remember the beat on that.
The
beat on that joke.
That
was
was
crazy.
That was a real big track. That track was kind of big.
Right.
Like they made the sounds on that joint real big.
They played it on the radio one day because I remember back in the day. I don't know. Me and my sister used to play this game. We'd go on High 107 and we'd go on K97, and like they songs used to be right back to back. It's like one station would play a song
and then
come
on the next one.
And then it'd be the same exact song, but it's like if you wanted to hear it again, you could just But we noticed that when we were kids, like we were real young, like before I'm 5 or 6, I noticed
catch that. Yeah, that's what's up.
So yeah, we mind just
so basically your first decade of life was your introduction to the music world.
Heavy.
And from different aspects and different generations of life. Yeah.
Right.
That's dope. That's dope. So okay, we merging on into your, 10 to 20, that teenage, you go through a lot of changes during that time. So share some impactful moments during that time, like from 10 to 20. And usually you go through a lot because you graduate high school. You go, you know what I'm saying? You do a lot of things in there. But share some of them times with us, bro.
Man, 10 to 20 was interesting because
now you deeply rooted in Raleigh now, right?
Deeply. Yeah. That's when
that's where you grow. That's where you stayed. You stayed there when you
making
moved.
Friends there. I remember when I first moved out there was going to Rivercrest Elementary. Like I don't even, is Rivercrest in Raleigh? Yeah, Rivercrest in Raleigh. Okay. But technically, kind of. But went there, then got sent to Shadowlawn, and then from Shadowlawn I ended up at Appleton because my mom moved.
Okay.
My mom moved. I was so mad. I remember I literally cried when
I had
to
stay at the school. You had to go. You wanted to stay at the school you had been at.
I'm gonna be real. That was the first time I had never been around so many white people like that.
Oh.
Like it was
like a culture shock.
A huge culture shock. Like when I was 7th grade? It was like in the middle of 7th grade when we transferred. Yeah. My mom was like, we finna go and get a. She sold the house she actually bought like years ago. Yeah. And she was like, we finna rent a house out in Bartlett or whatever, because she was like, I want to move to different part of town. But yeah, I remember just being out there. Ended up going to Appleton, and it was a culture shock. It was like three black. I want to say 3 black kids. There was 3 black kids in my grade, bro.
You thought they dropped you in the Klan,
bro,
and you like, what the hell?
I said, wait. I was like, bro. I remember I went to the guys. I said, I feel like I am depressed. I said, she was like, what? Like, cause I had a vocabulary. Like I knew what certain words meant. I was slow, so I remember I went to her and really expressed how I felt. Yeah. She was like. She called my mom. She was like, "What?" She's like, "What's going on?"
But yeah, but you had never experienced it all your life because you're going from, like you said, Fraser, North Memphis, Raleigh, and then boom.
Yeah, and then my whole family black. Nobody ever married. Yeah. But man, it was just like, cause people they talk different. It was a lot of them people from Arlington or from Bartlett, so. They raised different. They folks got money and all this stuff.
So you weren't really used to that element, right?
Yeah, I'm uncomfortable. Yeah. Like at that point, I'm uncomfortable. So
how did you maneuver through that? I know because I'm sure your mom's like, you're gonna have to go to that school.
Well, the thing that happened was when she called. My mom used to be in the school system, so she called somebody to find out if I was gonna have to change schools. Oh. So she signed the papers to go on and move into the house because she asked did we want to move first, right? Like, which ain't normal, but she asked me and my sister. She was like, "Do y'all want to move?" Because she was like, I'm gonna keep y'all in the same schools, but she was like, "We gonna move to another house. It's gonna, have more room and stuff." So,
y'all thinking like y'all want cool. Y'all want a better house.
The day we move is like, or the week before we move, some is when I out. No, you have to go to another school. Like I'm like.
So you thinking everything cool at first. Yeah. And now you like, what?
That's what really set it out. That's what had me like.
Yeah, because it's like,
bro, telling all my friends I'm moving. They like, free. I'm like, yeah. I was like, I ain't gonna be living Raleigh no more, but I'm still see y'all in school.
See y'all in school, yeah.
I ain't see them for a year and a half.
Oh, man. And for a youngster, though, it's crazy, even though, once you get older, it be like, it ain't no big deal, but. Right. For a kid, that's very impactful.
Because all your friends that you've been with.
The people you with, and then you go to a whole school where it's, you
don't know a soul.
Yeah, you don't know nobody, and then they majority white.
But you want to know something? The dude that got me into DJing, I met at this school.
Really?
Mm-hmm. He got me into DJing years later, like, that's another.
A black or white guy?
Black guy.
Black guy, okay.
Black guy. His dude named Marquavius Bell, bro. His pops used to play in the NFL and stuff. I didn't know none of this when we were going to middle school. Yeah. When we got to high school, me and him got pretty close. Started hanging out with him, kicking it with him. My dad wanted me, like my mom didn't like me going out to parties and stuff like that. Yeah. So when I go to my dad's house, he was like, "Nah, you gotta be more social. You gotta da." Yeah. So he used to take me over his house. He was a DJ, and he would be DJing all like the little house parties and stuff. Okay. We had. He was the only person I knew as a DJ at that time. So when I went to parties or whatever, I was went with him. His pops would drop us off. Yeah. Be kicking it. And then I was like, one day, I was like, bro, I want to learn how to do this. and he started showing me like the basics.
Just simple,
like
yeah.
he was just like, you need to get. Back then, I was using virtual DJ. I think I was able to get it for like free. And then I remember my 16th birthday. That was the first time I had my own turntable. My pops bought me. I still got them just to have my first little turntable. It's a $150 turntable. We got an iPod deck on it, but they could hook up to a computer. And my mama had bought me a computer because when the school changing over to like more digital stuff, you got to write papers and everything.
Yeah, for sure.
She tired of us being on her stuff, so
to get
so she got
yeah.
So started getting into it like that, but I really never took it serious. So
you just want to know how to do it.
Yeah, I wanted to know how to do it, and I wanted to be able to get out the house more. So it was like in my head, it was a way for me to get some more freedom. Because if I'm getting paid to go do a party,
right? Yeah, let me go, mama. Let me go get my money.
You can't
now.
even get mad.
Yeah.
Yes, but when I started working, I put it down. And I probably didn't DJ again for like 4 or 5 more years.
Okay.
Yep.
So boom. Okay, so you learn how to DJ at basically 16. You pretty much get the just the basics.
Right.
So you did it a couple times, saw it was working. You get out a little bit, but bam, you land a job.
Yeah.
A real job.
The thing is, I landed a job because I played football. I thought I was gonna go to college to play football.
Yeah.
Because I was good. My coaches liked me, and the way I was working out at the time, I was gaining muscle like that.
Yeah.
I ain't worked out so long though. But
I'm with you.
At the time, I was we were working out like 4 or 5 days a week. Even on the days where I wasn't working out, I still be going and running and all this stuff.
Yeah.
But I injured my back, and when I injured my back, I was like, football was my way of freedom again.
Yeah.
Back then, when I was in high school, it's like my way of really getting out, being out with my friends.
Branch off,
yeah, especially in the summer. We got summer camps and stuff, so I'm hitting them joints. But I injured my back 10th grade going into 11th grade year, and the doctor was like, if you get hit the wrong way, you can probably get paralyzed.
Really?
Yeah, I fractured ligaments in my lower back.
So how did you do that?
Man, it really happened. We were working out, and I was maxing out. I had like 4 or 5 on my back. And
squat.
They didn't teach us we were supposed to wear belts. So I got 4 or 5 on my back because I hadn't maxed out. I think the time before that I maxed out like 375, but this is our first time maxing out in a while, and it was like after a break or whatever. But
so you done put that 4 or 5.
And I'm
squatting.
I'm the same size I was then because when I hurt my back, I never grew again. I never grew again.
Damn.
But when I hurt my back. Yeah, I had the 4 or 5 on my back. I felt something pop. Like I'm halfway down into my squat, and I felt something pop, and I'm like, nah, something wrong. My coach like, keep going. So I did, and then I kept doing the whole workout. I went and maxed out on bench. I remember I laid down for bench, and I was like, what the? I couldn't even lay down right. So man, I probably didn't end up going to the doctor for another 2 weeks though. I told my mom everything, but
they didn't
nobody know.
Yeah.
Didn't nobody knows that serious. They were like, you probably just pulled something or something.
Right.
So yeah, they missed out on the lawsuit and everything.
For real.
They could have got some cash out there.
Damn. But you really was hurt though.
And that's what led me to working.
Right.
And then
so now you can't go to football because your back messed up.
So I tried to get a job. Tried to go to Five Guys. I got that job.
Okay.
But Journeys in the mall, them folks called me.
That's your plug. That's the plug right there.
They called me the same day that Five Guys hired me because I ain't want to work in no restaurant. I ain't want to work on no heat. I ain't want to flip no burger. I was like, I don't like to cook.
Right. But Journeys is up right up your alley,
man. And then back then, Mama getting you like 1 or 2 pair of shoes a semester. And then,
right.
Bro, I used to always tell people this because I had friends, I had homies, but my homies used to check me because they used to be like, we'll come back for Chris. They're like, where your new clothes at? And I'm like, I'm gonna say these just still fit, man. So I'm like, bro, I get a job at a shoe store, but they sell clothes and stuff too.
Yeah, they got gear in there too, little t-shirts, yeah.
And back then, we wearing Converse and Vans like crazy, so we talking about good 40, 50.
Yeah.
I need $50. That's a few hours of work.
For sure.
So yeah, I started working at Journeys.
You chose Journeys instead. So boom. Now you at Journeys. How old are you then? How old are you at that point? You about 17?
Nah, this
So you still young.
I'm 16.
You still 16.
I'm still 16. Yo,
Okay.
because I hurt my back. And that was part of the reason my pops bought me the turntables, because I hurt my back coming out of the year before.
Oh, okay.
Like I think I was 15 when I hurt
so
my
he
back.
he knew your injury was gonna keep you from being able to play football.
Yeah. But later that year, when my birthday came, because my pops we never really celebrated birthday, nothing. So, but my birthday came, the first time Pop bought me a birthday gift. He was like, "Here," like,
because he knew that you had that setback.
He
so
wanted me to do something. Cause football was my
was
parents
the ticket.
split. My parents split when I was like 5. So it was a lot of stuff my pop just wasn't able to be around for whatever, because he was out dude working like 2-3 jobs, stuff like that. But football was a thing. He used to always be able to come to my practices.
Yeah.
Like he used to be standing up in the little bleachers or whatever, watching us when we practice, and stuff like that. And it actually made us start bonding. So he wanted, when I started doing the DJing thing, he wanted me to take that kind of serious, because we could bond on the music
be a part of that.
But when I started working, I was like, nah, I really gotta work.
Because you
I really
needed
make
your
some
bread.
money.
Yeah, you need your money.
Yeah, but he told me back then, he was like, bro, I don't want you working like that, because he was like, you got what you need, but he said, I don't want you working like that yet, because I was out busting 30 hours while I'm in high school.
Yeah.
But then, like my last year of high school, I get a second job working at a cell phone stand, a cell phone accessory stand, and I'm busting 30 hours at one job and going and doing 15 at the other. He like, bro, you gonna burn yourself out too early. But he was right too.
And you was young, yeah.
He was right.
When you young, you don't supposed to work like that. That is true. You gotta be like, man, you working yourself to death.
Yup.
But he knew that you had that hustle in your spirit.
He admired it. He admired it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good though. So at what point did you pick your DJ equipment up and get to work then?
I picked it up when I got to college.
Oh, so you worked all the way and finished through high school.
Mm-hmm. Even in college, I worked through. But
kept on working.
And in college, I want to say freshman year,
what school did you go to?
U of M.
U of M. Okay.
U of M. I was supposed to go to MT, but I didn't go to their like orientation or something, and I was like short on the funds to be able to cover my living there. That's what I was short on.
Yeah.
And I found out after I didn't go to orientation, one advisor was like, if you would have came to orientation, we would have found you the scholarship to cover the rest of it.
Yeah.
So I was like, whatever. So last minute, it was this guy, well, it was this lady my mom worked with. Her husband worked at U of M, and he found me a last minute scholarship to be able to get a full ride. So I got lucky.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
But
so boom, you get to U of M, freshman year, it's a party coming up.
Yeah. So
you like, let me get that.
Nah, that ain't what happened. I joined the promotion team. I joined the promotion team freshman year, and I was it was all in entertainment back then. There was a lot of people know JoJo Add No E. He was
I know Joe. That was my neighbor. That was my boy. Rest in peace, my boy. Yeah,
man, rest in peace for sure, dude. He had put on the whole era. It was an era behind him for a minute, but they had a group. I joined that group, and they were doing the biggest parties back then, bro. And I say like, it was this one party used to have every I think it was a Southern Heritage Classic weekend. It was like a party, it'd be like 4,000 people, 3,500 people. It's cook events, like. Bro, it's stuff y'all don't really see like that no more.
Yeah,
it's
real.
not. It's very few events. Like a lot of people capping out like 1,000 or 1,500, and you only might see 1 or 2 of them a year. If that.
For real.
But man, I just remember like it was just some of the biggest and best parties. And then when I became a sophomore that year, I was like, I still had my little turntable. My pops bought me. I went and got them from my mom's house, and I was like, I want to actually. Learn how to,
for real. Now you finna get in it.
Man, stand up to 5 o'clock in the morning every night, like learning how to do it, because then nobody believed me. That's what made me go hard.
For real.
All my folks on the promotion team and stuff, only people that told me I could do it was it was D-Maze, because JoJo had passed this time. I never really had a close relationship with him like that, like I did with D-Maze and Rodney. They were 2 of the people that ran the group.
Right.
And TA. It was TA, Rodney, and D-Maze. Like, everybody was joking on me when I told them I want to DJ, because I announced in the chat we had a group meet back then.
Oh, okay.
Them folks on my head, bro. But they was like, they called me and they was like, bro, you can do it. They was like, we believe in you. They was like, cause you always just be yourself. That's the biggest piece about what you're trying to do.
Right.
So, man, I learned it. I got good at it in about 4 months.
Okay.
Cause when I started doing it, I realized I ain't really know nothing. Like mixing, little mashups or however, I ain't understand how to do that. And that's the fundamentals.
That is.
And then I wanted to know how to scratch, because a lot of DJs back then that was heavy in the city, they were scratching like crazy. Yeah. So, yeah.
So in that 4 months, you just working in private.
Yeah. And I'm working in private.
You're not doing parties.
Nope.
You just doing it. You just working in private.
I had like a little chick or somebody come over, one of my homies come over and like just listen.
Yeah.
Or I make a mix. And like I remember this one girl, she used to I got like cool with her because she used to date a DJ.
Okay.
And she like knew music and stuff. So she was like talking to me about music and about different types of DJ styles and stuff like that. Cause she understood it. Yeah. So I got super cool. I started talking to her, and then the next thing you know, she started like helping me like reviewing my mixes and all that, telling me what's good, what ain't. And then I started throwing my own party.
Okay.
In my apartment. In my apartment.
Just come through, and you just DJ, just come.
Invite everybody. Just, hey, it's free. Come through. Bring a bottle. Like, bring gas. You can do whatever you want in here. Like, man. But I was staying at Stratum, and so at Stratum, that's when they start them like 4 rooms, but 4 different roommates in one apartment type thing. So I got 3 other roommates. I'm throwing parties like every week, every other week. But I'm letting them know, I'm like, hey, I'm about to get off. Like,
yeah, we finna crank this bitch up.
And they really didn't. I was more outgoing. They were more timid people a little bit. So
just more laid back. They weren't really on that.
They were more timid when it came to like speaking up about stuff. What I mean, I spoke up about anything. Like, if, hey, my food gone, where is it? They wouldn't do this. So when I really look back on it, I'm really like, bro, I don't think they wanted me. I ain't deboed the whole apartment.
The whole
apartment, bro. Bro, the whole apartment. Like,
you done deboed about the whole room.
But it helped me get off.
Yeah.
It helped me get off. That's what got me cool with like everybody around my age group and people that's younger. That's what got me cool with everybody, because I was a dude throwing kickbacks all the time.
Oh,
they was at the crib. Like, and then people start hitting me up like they parents out of town or something. They like, hey, my mom out of town. We could do a kickback at the house. We could do it big this time.
Right.
And then it was
I like this story, bro. I
love this story. That's why you see I'm getting excited.
I like that.
My dog is my homie. His name G. Beyond that, I can't remember his real name right now at the moment. But we call him BG, a big dude. But his mama went out of town one time. That's the first time somebody was like, let's charge. I said, huh? I said, I don't think we can, bro. So we did it one weekend. Charged $5 to get in.
Yeah.
Nobody showed up. Like, nobody showed up. Like, 10 people showed up probably. Like, little $50. Cool.
Yeah, little $50.
Give it to him. But then his mama went out of town again, like, the next week or 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
Throw it again. Bro, we like
$5
$300 deep. For the $5. Like, we like 300 deep folks coming in and out all night, because, you know, it get hot.
Pumping,
they go outside, they come back.
Yeah.
Bro, and that's when we realized, we like, because I had linked up super tough with my homie by the name of Jalen. It's not the Jalen that everybody know I'm with now or be with now. It's another guy. We used to work at Journeys together.
Okay.
But he started helping me like promote stuff, because he was working somewhere at the time that just was good for like getting stuff out.
Getting the word out.
Yeah, so I'm like, I think it was it wasn't Zoomies, it was Paxson. He working at Paxson.
Okay,
so I used to go up, I used to trap Paxson. Now we used to go up there, just sit up there, me and him be talking and chopping it up about what type of party we're gonna do.
Yeah.
And the whole day, like, females be coming in and out. And my thing has always been women.
Get all the females there, yeah.
I know that women
bring everybody.
They bring everybody.
Yeah.
If you got something that's lit,
yeah,
and the woman likes it, guys gonna come,
yeah.
Girls gonna come, girls who like her and don't like her.
Yeah.
Like, so we used to sit up there all day, and I chop it up with people who I knew that be coming through there, people I didn't know, start conversations with them, and get them to come to parties, invite them out, stuff like that. And then my homie Mike, a dude by the name of Derwin. All of us just started being cool and doing it.
Just getting people to come through.
And, man, we just kept doing parties and doing parties.
Yeah.
And by this time, I had separated from a promotion team.
Okay.
I started doing my own thing. Then I linked up with a guy by the name of Carlos Beans. This going into my next 10.
Okay.
I'm going, but this when
You tapping into your 20s now. Yeah.
I'm in my 20s now, and I met Carlos Beans. Like it's real nice, Carlos, but he was rapping at the time, and he was big. He was heavy on SoundCloud. He used to run with like Goldie. He used to run with Xavier Wolf and all them back in the day. By this point, he was doing his own thing, but he was moving. Started throwing shows with him for artists. That's how I started getting into like the actual music world.
Okay.
So I was doing showcases and stuff like that with him. First I was just his DJ. Then we started doing them together.
So you DJing for when he performed? You basically
no. He was throwing the shows.
Oh, he throwing the show. Okay.
Before I had anything to do with it, he was doing the shows by himself.
Okay, and then you just came in DJing, playing the artist music for him and stuff. Okay.
And he started to see that I was able to bring something to the table outside of just DJing.
Because you had the promotion thing in you too. Yeah.
I had the promotion thing. I had the U of M campus.
Right.
But at the same time, my DJ style was
developing. Okay.
No. It was different than I was big on not DJing how all the other Memphis DJs DJ. Because when a certain style is big in Memphis, everybody kind of follow that blueprint who coming up at the time. I made a point not to do that.
You did the right thing. I like that. Cause I'm gonna tell you, it's crazy. Cause I do stuff too, and I have hired DJs and everything, and I always said that it's like a Memphis playlist for DJs. It's like you get it's like if you hired the same group of DJs, you hearing the same playlist. Every once in a while, you might get another song thrown in, but they gonna play them other songs though for sure. It's like their playlist is an automatic. And I saw that, so you was on to something at an early age too, boy. You was on top of it.
Back then, we was already, like we were heavy on like I remember That's What's Up was this before No Subliminals and all that. So That's What's Up, the theme song of Memphis.
Yeah.
So I would try and find either different ways to play it so it didn't sound the same.
Yeah.
Or I try and not play it at all.
Right. Because you knew it was going to be played.
Yeah, I know, like, man, you go to the next club, you're going to hear this.
You're going to hear it, yeah.
Swag Surf, you heard that every night then.
Yeah.
So it was just,
you was trying to go find them other joints that still going to rock the crowd, but
Bro, I started doing, because the shows we were doing were underground, so I started being able to play, like, Xavier Wolf, who's a Memphis native, Travis, who's a Memphis native, Chris Travis, but they like heavy on the West Coast in the underground scene. But them dudes do numbers, like especially overseas, they go crazy.
Yeah.
Guy who does Liquor Chrome now, Sleepy Knox. That's how I met him.
Yeah.
Big Crucial. I met a lot of people through that, so I started being able to DJ those people's music, or because I was doing underground shows.
So you basically breaking records at this time. You was basically breaking.
In a way, because we booking artists, but at the same time, we booking upcoming artists.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm able to play kind of whatever because I'm in the arena that's welcoming to new music.
They open.
They open to it.
Yeah, you right.
Like when I transitioned to the club, I realized it don't matter who you are. You don't have the liberty as much as you would like. Because people are here to hear specific things.
Exactly.
Like,
they hear the playlist.
You hear if you're at the club right now, you're going to hear Sexy Red. You gonna probably hear about 3 of her songs in one night, and you probably gonna hear a few unrepeated. You gonna hear Glow. You might hear one of her other ones for sure right about now. What's another one?
Bag, you gotta hear some money, Bag.
D-Lo going crazy right now. He
gonna,
50 flow. You gonna hear all.
You gotta hear that. It's because it's like you say, it's the hottest. It's the trending songs
right. It's what's trending.
Now. So you have to play the trending too.
Just like last year, everywhere you went, you heard "To Me" or "Can't Get Enough of You." I remember when I was playing that, people didn't know the dance.
The step,
I remember
yeah.
just playing it because it was one
A
of my mama's
bumping
favorite
song.
songs.
Yeah.
It was a bumping song, but it was one of my mama's favorite songs, so it resonated with me.
Yeah.
Like same way with like Fantasia, When I See You. Like I love that song before it became a TikTok trend again.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you know, it's
necessary. You
Yeah.
have to play it. I'm with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a golden rule when you're a DJ, and like when you even as a patron, when you coming out to the club, you got to hear your jam.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's part of it. So you required to play it in that element. But back to what you were saying, when you was in the element of upcoming artists,
Right.
they ready to hear something new. Their ears is open to whatever.
And they, bro, and that's back when I was the most creative.
Yeah.
I say the most creative in public, like, cause I be at the house, I still go crazy,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
but man, I could just play with anything. Like a guy from Memphis by now, I don't know, Jeffrey was going pretty crazy on the underground scene back then, and he had like some crazy lyrics, but he had some of the craziest beats at the same time.
Yeah.
I used to be able to mix it up with new stuff. Like Young Thug was trending at the time, so we getting that off in there, but it wasn't getting off as much in the clubs at the time. Like certain songs, I was able to play so much that, bro, it was just an open lane.
You really do you think that kind of helped mold you a little bit?
Yeah,
because you like you said, technically that from my era, that's called breaking records. When you can bump, even though you may not be the first one that played it,
right,
but just to make it pop.
Right.
You could be that. You know what I'm saying? The record could have been out, but you in that element, you can really make that record pop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then that's kind of what the game is missing when it comes to DJs, because that was really a DJ thing back in the day. You break records.
DJing come out, it's like, I feel like DJing a lot of times in a lot of elements is like more commercial now.
Yeah.
And it was an underground. DJing started as an underground staple. DJing is the birth of hip hop, because DJing came first, then the MC.
Yeah.
Like, but
it was kind of like the pipeline.
it was the pipeline. You had to go through it. But when the pipeline kind of got taken away, like when the MCs became the star and the D, like it used to be, groups used to be a DJ and like Airbnb Rakim, Will Smith, the Fresh
Salt
Prince,
and Pepper them.
Salt and Pepper. You got, you always had a star DJ and a star MC or star MCs, whatever. But when it started to evolve, it's like the role of DJ became more, I feel like, commercial in a way, as far as like in the club or with radio. It's not about breaking a song that's actually that song.
Right.
It's about playing what people like or playing what people pay for.
Right.
And
DJs used to be more of they would stamp the record.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? DJs had that power back in the day.
Right.
Now, like you were saying earlier, now DJ gotta play. You almost have to play what's hot, what's trending, because if not, they like, you ain't a hip DJ or you not in tune.
Right. It's been very few moments. It hasn't been too many moments in my career where it's like I hear a song and I'm like, oh, I got that. Like I know this gonna get off. No subliminals. We started playing it $2.2s. I remember. I take that back. It wasn't $2.2s. It was before I started doing $2.2s with that boy Cortez. We started that like 23. I think we were like 23, 24.
Yeah.
But we did a show in Raleigh. It was this little hole in the wall spot, but it had so much room on one side, but we didn't know it was over there. But this guy got real cool with later on, but Fast Cash booked us. We did a show for them, DJ'd and brought Cortez to host. Jizzle gave me No Subliminals that night.
Yeah.
Went out, one release, played it, saw it go crazy. We started doing $2.2s 2 or 3 weeks later. Yeah. We played that joint about 3 times the first night, went crazy. The first time was like people kind of learned. The second time people, third time they, like every single week after they played it at least 2 times. Like we the first people that had it in the city because nobody else.
Yeah.
Nobody had the record. It went out. Like, bro, when I say made the joint hot before it could get, like, before people
it was
knew.
even mainstream, y'all made it hot.
That That jump was going crazy.
It was going crazy.
But that's
it
one of
had
the
me
ones I
hooked.
remember.
That just had me hooked.
Yeah,
it
it still got people hooked. It's one of the ones that's technically on the Memphis playlist. Like
it's on the list. It's on that list.
Anytime you play it, if you play it right, it's very
gonna
hard
go.
to mess up playing that song. But it's gonna
the
go.
timing got to be right, like you said. Yeah,
because if you play it, I don't know how you can play it wrong, but I have heard it get played wrong.
Yeah, you can't come off nothing too, too R&B-ish, I guess. Probably.
Yeah.
You probably have to spin it off something a little more.
You can
vibing.
if you. I have. If you come in there, either you can mix it with an R&B vibe that's kind of crazy, you can have that bass line that build up under it, and when people hear it, they start feeling it. Especially if it's under.
So with the tempo, you gotta have the right tempo to merge it with.
Yeah, it gotta be the right song. The tempo, you can't mix with anything regardless, but the right song. If the R&B song, you guys a cool little smooth vibe, you can go into it, or you can just cut it. You could talk up real quick, talk some shit up, and then boom, hit them like. It's fun too.
It'll go though. You right. It's on the playlist. It definitely gonna bang when you bang it.
Yep.
Like you said, you just gotta bring it right.
It's one of the ones.
That's dope.
That song, I remember the first time I heard that, I was like, oh yeah, that's one of the ones.
You stamped it. You already knew.
But at the same time, I didn't know I could like
you didn't
help
know
get it off.
Yeah.
I just knew that when people hear this, they gonna like it.
They gonna know,
The Big Homie G song, Tick. First time I heard
that thing, that bump too. That thing took off.
DJ Love introduced me to that.
Yeah,
that's who told me about this song first.
That joint took off.
Yeah, but them two of the ones I could think off the top of my head. The first time I heard them, I'm like, I'm playing it. Next time I DJ, like.
Yeah, some of it's songs that drop like that you already, you can. It got all the elements that it need.
Right.
For the timing and everything that it gonna take off.
Yeah. Because a lot of people make music, like people hit me up all the time, like, bro, I got a song, it's a club record. They think it's a club record because of the pace of the song or because the beat might be hard. Like somebody told me something about a club record the other day. I'm like, this like a chill kick with your homies kind of record. Like, it's hard, but it ain't
club.
Yeah, because the club is a popularity contest in a way. It's the songs that's popular, and it's the songs that's either gonna make people move or it's gonna make people like sing. It's gonna make people say it. Like it's gonna make people chant,
like go along with it.
Yeah. Those are kind of like the key elements I look for. It's like if you hadn't put the work behind your record to make it a little popular,
it's hard.
I can play it.
Yeah.
I can play it, but I be telling people, they be like, bro, I give you the money. I'm like, I don't take money for records like that.
Yeah.
I'm not big on that because if it's a good record, it's a good record.
Right.
Like, and after I see it do well in the club, then we can start talking about compensation. Like,
right.
But me taking your money for something like a lot of people
you don't
take
even
money,
hear it. You don't even hear it yourself.
It's like, why am I taking your bread, bro? This ain't that to me.
Ain't that, and you in this element all the time, so you know.
That's what I tell y'all artists. If you are paying DJs to spin your record and it ain't getting no traction, no feedback or anything, that should tell you something.
Yeah.
That should tell you something. If they ain't had your record for months, they've been playing it and it ain't building up, people ain't grasping onto it, but they just playing it to play it.
Yeah.
You wasting your money.
For real.
Like you could put that money into something else, they'll get it out.
Really make it work.
Like people don't realize, a lot of people when they go to the club, they go to events, they drunk.
Yeah.
They not really listening unless they know it.
They already got to know it, exactly.
Like, or if it's that hard, they like yesterday I played the Boss Man D-Lo song. Somebody, I take that back. It was YTB Fat. I played Backstab. It was an older guy in the club who had never heard it before. He came up, was like, "What's this song? I ain't never heard that before." Typed it in, gave it to him. Like,
the
that's,
ones is out.
If it's one of the ones when you play it, people gonna hear. Dude didn't even know what it was.
Yeah, even though
even though it's a popular song. It's a very popular song.
But he wanted that joint.
Yeah, because he was like, I ain't never heard that before.
Yeah.
So
So you just on top of it. You sound like you just got it. You just one of them guys that just got that knack for that DJing thing.
I like to believe so. I try not to be. I try not to be cocky because people be saying I am.
Nah.
But I
Well, this if you're gonna be cocky, man, this the platform. Beyond the Clientele is the place to be cocky, man. For real.
I believe a lot. Honestly, when I've heard that the most, I believe I've heard that from people who don't believe in themselves.
Yeah.
If I'm being real.
Yeah.
People who have come and be like, bro, you cocky or whatever. I be like, nah, because one of my homies came up to me. It was like 4 years ago, and I never forget. He was like, bro, people keep saying you cocky or whatever. He said, bro, I'm telling you, everybody that has said that are the very people who don't believe in themselves, and they don't understand why you do so much.
Yeah, they bothered by it.
They bothered by it. And then when I would get around these people who like, people come and tell me, that's one thing I've never liked about my journey is people always, I like it because I always know what's going on, but people always come and tell me stuff like that they friends saying or something. Like, I just know you because I gave you some shots in the club or something. And they hear something they friends saying, they be like, King, you wouldn't believe it. And I be like, damn, that's your homie. Like,
that's your homie right there.
So I just, when I used to hear a lot of stuff and I used to kind of take it to the chin and I used to be like upset about it. But when I used to get around a lot of these people, started getting around a lot of these people who were saying those things, I just could feel their energy, and I was just like, I get it now. I get it.
They really just mad that they ain't able.
Yeah, like
that's all it is. And it's crazy because we was gonna get into that. Any other you don't have any children, do you?
No.
Okay, so you ain't hit that milestone. I just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah, I got to look with them.
I didn't think you did, but I just wanted to clarify.
Look on that one so far.
Yeah, keep it up. Keep up the good work.
It's helped me flourish, being child free.
Keep up the good work. Hey, I always tell youngsters, man, if you haven't, man, make it when you do decide to have it, make it a decision and not a mistake.
Right.
Don't accidentally have no kid.
That's why I say I've gotten lucky because I haven't made the decision yet.
Yeah.
I almost did one time. I'll be real. I almost did one time, but then I realized I wasn't really ready.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I was able to avoid the mistake.
Yeah. You got to, man. It's better. It just make you a better parent. You're a better parent if you make the decision to have a child.
Right.
Instead of, oops, I had a baby. Now I gotta do what I gotta do. Yeah, that ain't. And don't get me wrong, it happens, and it sometimes makes you a better man. But
it make you grow
if
up.
you can say, I want to have a baby, and you and your significant other, y'all can say, hey, let's have a baby.
Right.
That's way better, man.
Right.
You know, I done did it both ways. I done had them where oops, you pregnant, here we are, and then I've said, let's have a baby. And when I made it and planned it, it was beautiful.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't as much pressure. You knew, I can prepare for it, as to where when you make accidentally, and now it's like, you got to make those type of decisions, and under pressure, it ain't the same.
And that's
so
real.
Keep that good work up.
That's where I feel like I am now. Like, I know I'm not ready to have a baby because I ain't found a person to have a baby. That's the key. Yeah. But I know I got my life in a place where it's like I'm able to actually do and provide for a kid.
For
finally,
sure.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
that's what makes it beautiful too, because you can say when you make that decision, you know you can bring them into the world with a plan. Like,
right.
It's not just like, oh, having a baby, now what we gonna do? Mm-hmm. You can say, look, let's have a baby and do this XYZ for that baby. You know what I'm saying?
Have it set up from the jump.
Yeah.
That's my goal for sure.
Keep that up, bro. Keep that up. A lot of youngsters don't have that mentality. I was one that didn't. I had my first kid at 16. So, I understand that the mistakes that I made, and nobody never really pulled my coattail, because I come from a family, I think it was being misconstrued. I come from a family of men who have a lot of babies.
Right.
So when I started early, they would say, my last name is Jones. So when I had one, then my second one came 2 years later. You would hear people say, "Oh, he a Jones, he a Jones." You know what I'm saying? And it was technically when you look back and evaluate, I was just reckless, know, and without no guidance when it came to sexually reckless when it came to it.
That's the thing that I say I'm blessed with though, like, cause for a minute I was very reckless, especially when I was on tours and stuff. Like, well, I was
you young,
but I also didn't I never would just pop anything. That's what I always been big.
You was
on
real
it.
careful. You was a little careful
Like,
about that.
If I knew I was going to a certain city, I would get cool with somebody, or I know somebody in the city before I went.
Before you want to do something,
Or if it's a girl I'm talking to, I already and seen her for a while or something like that. That's something I'm big on now. People think I just like girls think, oh, I'm fine. He'll talk to me. I be like,
nah, you're past on something.
Yeah,
right.
Like a girl had me straight up not too long ago. She was like, "Would you date me?" Like just came up because she was asking like for me to take on a date or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, I said, I don't know nothing about you.
Right.
Like,
we gotta start somewhere.
You gotta start somewhere.
Can't just jump in. Okay. So back to we was on the kid thing, man. Before we was interrupted, but I can just say that just having that value for yourself is more important, and that's what a lot of young men don't have when it comes to a pretty girl. Like you were saying, a girl, asks you would she date you, and a lot of times a young man don't put the value on himself just because he sees some pretty woman. You got to put some value on yourself, man, and that's where I think it's important to make the decisions that you make. Like, man, don't have no kids just by anybody. Don't hit anything. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
because I've been close to a few things.
Yeah.
I've been like, it was one time, I can't remember the city, but I remember the show. It was a crazy show. But
you almost got in something.
They gave us a VIP room and stuff. We up there lit, smoking, drinking, doing everything. They bringing the girls up there for us. Yeah. And then like it was a few ones trying to come back to the hotel. And I'm finna and one of my homies he was one of my homies, but he was doing security. He was like, bro, you should stay out here. He was like, STD rates out here crazy. Yeah. He was like, I'm telling you, like.
It's good to have people like that just to pull your coattail.
Like, I'm so drunk though. I'm like, I ain't hearing it. Like,
but that's normal. But it's good to just have somebody to tell you to.
Man, him and the girl he was talking to at the time, cause she was there, cause she was the artist's sister. They was like, nah, bro, you need to go to sleep. They was like, we ain't letting nobody come. Like they was like that. I'm like, all right.
Cause it could have went bad for you. That's good to have people like that, for real.
That's one time I for sure would
you
say.
You probably would have went the wrong way then.
I would have, but at that time, I ain't gonna lie. That was the day I learned my lesson where I was just like, it didn't happen, but that's when I started being like real careful. Yeah. Cause I woke up the next day and I was just thinking, I'm like, cause the girl texting my phone and stuff, I'm just like, man, what if I would have did?
You would have went all out.
Like.
Reckless. Yeah, that's good, man. I'm glad to hear that, man, because especially, being a successful DJ and just being successful in the music industry, man, a lot of people don't have that ability to just say no or turn that down, because whether it be their background or whatever it may be, a lot of people just fall victim.
And I'll be real with a lot of dudes I seen what it is, they weren't getting that attention the same way before.
Exactly.
But I luckily started buzzing as a DJ when I was younger. So it from the age of, I guess, 20 or 19, 20, whenever I first started. Yeah. And it started to grow. Like, so I went through stages of it. But then even when I was in high school, like years later when I look back, I realized, like, bro, it was certain girls trying to get at me, and I just wasn't noticing it because I was oblivious to it. I'm just like,
you just nice. Being you.
But years later, when everybody started telling
you,
she
been trying to throw you that thing,
and then I started realizing, like, bro, you been there. Like,
you been that dude. Yeah, that's good, though. But just stay on top of that for sure, man. That's a beautiful thing. Always put some value on yourself, man. That's one of them traits that a lot of men walk around without. And when you make sure you got that value in you, man, she gonna see it too. You know what I'm saying? She gonna see it too. You ain't gotta do nothing to prove it. She gonna see it too.
The way women approach you and the way women talk to you kind of show you. It'll let you know. Like, it'll let you know how they respect you, or how women may talk about you in private.
Yeah. Like, and people, and a lot of things, another jewel to take with you too is, man, women look down on that nigga that just going. Just like we look at women and be like, she man, anybody. They look down on us.
The same way that some of us would just hit that just to hit that. Yeah. That's the same way a lot of them look. They like, I mean, he'll jump off like.
Yeah, that nigga hit anything. Yeah, you don't want that on your name. Nah. You want to be like, nah, I ain't doing it like that.
Yeah.
You want to keep that for sure. Well, look, man, I want to get into a few questions, man. Let the people get to know you a little bit. We just spoke on it a little bit. I want to talk about the word humble.
Yeah.
And you said that you used to be called cocky and this and that, right? But you already understand the fact that most of the time when someone wants you to be humble, it's based off their insecurities.
Right.
You should never be humble.
Right.
Never dim your light.
Right.
Shine every chance you get.
I feel it.
You know what I'm saying? Because humble is dim your light basically to make somebody else feel comfortable.
Right.
It don't make sense. Because one thing gonna humble you is life. Life will always humble you.
For sure.
A higher power, God gonna humble you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Man, be humble to knowledge. Be humble to skills. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I've learned, bro. Cause like, just being, I've always been kind of reserved when it come to like bragging about what I've done and stuff like that, or even knowing that I've done certain things that people damn near twice my age or 10 or 20 years old and whatever that they ain't did. Like my first year DJing, or within my first 2 years of DJing, I won a DJ contest. I DJed like 2 concerts. Like there's people who ain't never touched the concert stage and they've been DJing 20
years
plus years. You know what I'm saying? So I realized, I was like, I'm not a person who just go around bragging.
Yeah.
If I see somebody messing up on something, you can ask DJs, all the upcoming DJs. I ain't damn near been a part of all their journey in some way. If I see you messing up on something, if I see you going down the path I went down that fucked me up mentally or whatever, I talk to you about it. I come to you about it. I come to DJ booth, say, hey, bro, don't do it like this. Do it like this. Like, I remember when Life opened and started doing Sundays, Skywalker was doing Sundays up there. And I had told some people weren't fond of his DJing. A lot of people were though, because he played some hits. But I remember telling him one day, I was like, bro, you get your mixes better. Like when you get this shit developed just a little bit more, you gonna be like the bridge between this commercial shit and like this underground street shit. Cause you know that music, you know that music that Memphis love, that they want to hear it, but not every DJ will touch.
Yeah.
Like you own it in a different type of way where you able to. And he was like, I ain't never thought about it like that. Like that's just how.
So you've learned how to discern DJ styles, basically. You know how to tap into their style.
Because I hear somebody DJ and I be like, you can't do this, or you can do this, or you can do this better than what you're doing right now, or whatever.
Right.
But that's why I look at when people talk about being humble or whatever. I'm like, me being able to walk up and talk to you and tell you this or tell you that, I feel like that's humility. People, if you look at it like cockiness, how? Because I'm sitting here taking time out my day to tell you something.
You sharing information,
right? Instead of just sitting here sitting on it like everybody else did me. I ain't had old heads like that taught me stuff.
Come and give you game.
If I was they didn't accept me until I made
something.
Until I made a name. Like D Nice probably the only DJ that was just like, nah, you my dog. Like compared to a lot of
something in you.
Yeah,
that's dope, man. You think that being humble held you back from some opportunities? And I'm talking about you thinking it yourself, like, I ain't gonna make that move.
Yeah, in a way. It was certain things that if I would have, like, because if you pop it hard, everybody want to look.
Yeah.
And if I was doing it from the jump, more eyes, more attention, more everything.
More hate.
More hate. Yeah. It come with everything. More problems.
For sure.
But I'm looking at the fact, I'm like, and I got tired of other people feeling like they was less. So I used to hold myself back from a lot of stuff. Like, I used to post on social media all the time doing mixes or whatever before this whole little TikTok era came.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like probably 6 years ago. It's probably longer than that, about 7 years ago. But like I remember stopping that because it got me a lot of attention, but people was like, I remember people saying I was like I was getting, it was a lot of
They was slick
criticism.
hate. They was slick hate.
It was a lot of criticism that would come with. So I
So,
just
but was it constructive?
no.
It wasn't constructive.
No.
Okay.
Nah, if it was constructive, I would have took it
And
different.
you would have took it, yeah.
Like, but
they like, dang, nigga, you DJing, ain't it?
But being like, if you say you older than me and you in this game, but you like, man, that shit you doing lame, but this shit whack or whatever.
Yeah.
But you ain't telling me it's coming to me from other people.
Right.
You know, I just thought I got in my head for a little while.
I know exactly what you're talking about, and that's something that you just got to fight through. I know exactly what you mean, man. When you one thing about it, man, I'm gonna tell you, when you good at something, the universe is gonna line it up for you. You know what I'm saying? When you especially when you're on your right path, the universe is gonna line shit up. It's always gonna be haters. It's always gonna be non-believers or whatnot. But one thing you can show for sure is if you believe in yourself and stay on that path, bro, you're gonna make it to where you're trying to go. And obviously you done been on that. Because you been in position, you know what I'm saying, to making things happen. And you, what, eight years in the game, basically, you might as well say? 8, 9 years?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a good thing. So just keep doing what you're doing, man. I want to ask you about a couple more words, though, man. I want to talk to you about loyalty. You know what I'm saying?
It's interesting.
Yeah. Tell me about that, man. And now loyalty requires a relationship of some sort. Mm-hmm. You can't be loyal to nothing that's unknown. So I know that you probably had different types of relationships on your journey. But let's talk to me about loyalty and what it means to you and how it resonates with you.
So for me, loyalty, a lot of that comes on the back of respect.
Yeah.
If I don't have a sense of respect for you,
yeah,
10, why would I be loyal to you? I feel like
no doubt.
And I feel like it's something that a lot of people don't really understand.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people expect, like there's loyalty and there's blind loyalty.
Yeah.
A lot of people kind of expect blind loyalty, but I feel like me as a person and what I require from the people around me and why people don't see everybody around me who used to be around me or everybody around me who could be around me is because I take loyalty a little different. If I'm messing up, you gotta be on my head telling me I'm messing up. Like, don't let me sit here and fail because you think being a good friend is I'm gonna get King gonna get mad at me. So I'm who cares?
Yeah.
If I might get upset in a moment. Like I admit my faults. If you come to me about something that I just ain't feeling, I might get upset. Yeah. But at the end of the day,
you wrong.
At the end of the day, I'm in the wrong.
Yeah. Like, I should still be. I hear you. You wrong though, bro.
When I come back, when I sit down and really think about it and put my mind to it, I'm gonna pick up that phone and you with know all my close friends. They attest to this. If you tell me about something and I realize I'm wrong later, I'm gonna admit I'm wrong.
Coming back, yeah.
I just like I'm gonna have to.
You're a stand-up guy. You can stand corrected. That's good.
That's my biggest piece of loyalty, and a lot of people don't.
So what you saying? This theory of they got this thing where they say I'm gonna ride with my people no matter what. Don't ride with me no matter what. Yeah. If I'm on some bullshit, don't ride with me on that. Yeah.
Like why you gonna watch somebody you say you love? Because if you loyal to a person, you have love.
You gotta love them. Yeah.
You gonna watch somebody you love
just crash
go down, bro.
Knowing it's wrong.
It's women I've been involved with who I don't have no real feelings with like that. Like it might be just a friendship. Or it could be, we were kicking it and this just didn't work out, whatever. Yeah. But when they decide they want to move like this and move like that, I'd be like, I straight up tell them, like, you know what, like, I actually got love for you. Like, I'm not the one for you, but you going down the wrong road, baby. Like, you could be doing something like this, like that. Like, somebody I'm talking to the other day, they told me they want to do this, but this ain't going right, so they think they gonna do this. I sit down and gave them a whole business plan within like 30 minutes. I knocked down like 10 steps they need to hit, and the 10 steps they need to hit gonna take them about 5 years. Yeah. So I'm like, here you go. And they were like, oh, damn. Yeah. But instead of sitting back and just listening to
watching you crash out.
Yeah, listening to you say what you gonna do, but I'm knowing that that's the road that's gonna mess you up.
Mess you straight up.
It's gonna take your life off the course it's on. Like,
So that's real, man. So you think loyalty is being true to the right thing, not the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? And
I ain't think about it like that. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's basically saying if you're gonna be loyal to me, be loyal to me righteously.
Yo.
Don't be loyal to me just because, for the drama. Because
Mm-hmm.
you got people that they loyal to the drama.
See, that's the reason I got a lot of people away from me at one point because every time it's some drama, they so big on it. They love it. Yeah. It's like, bruh, I'm trying to not have it be around me, bruh. Like, I don't want to be involved.
But the legit shit, they don't even want to talk. Oh, that's a bull.
Like, when I'm doing a bunch of parties and stuff, and I remember it's certain negative things that happened in my life. It's two things in particular I can remember in my life that's just negative that people gave attention to. But what I was paying attention to, how many of y'all don't ever repost these flyers? Yeah. How many of y'all never comment on the picture? How many of y'all never like the picture? People don't realize I disassociated myself with a lot of them because of when I'm down or when I had a low point or when I've had low points, I've seen how people step differently. Yeah. They don't come around. They don't pick up the phone to call you. Yeah. They don't see how your day going like they was. You know,
but when you popping, they want to be there.
The dynamic of the relationship totally different.
Yeah, they want to be right beside you in the picture. Yeah. Everything. Yeah.
Because every time I even now when I do certain type of gigs or when I post one-off parties or whatever, certain people come back around, want to be around. It's like
going on, bro.
Yeah. But it's one of my homies. I used to be real cool. He's still my dog. But I'm DJing one day. He was like, man, you be acting so funny, fool. Like, y'all don't fuck with me the same. You know, he don't know that.
It ain't the same.
It ain't the same. Like, you was talking to a female I was talking to about me in a negative sense. And it came back to me. Like, I'm not trying to be petty, but.
No, that's exactly how you got to move.
That ain't
once,
cool.
Once the evaluation come back full circle, man, you gotta adjust.
But that's also why I say that's one of the things in my career that I've hated. Like, people sending me screenshots about people I mess with, people I love, me finding out just all type of stuff.
They done said,
like something you ain't said or something you even did. Like, I had people figuratively and literally take money off my table without me knowing. And it come back to me. And it's like, but they didn't understand the magnitude of what they did until they, like, from the age of 17, I'm paying bills, got my own spot, all that. Yeah. But they don't know how they felt. Like, they didn't understand how they felt until some of them had kids, until some of them finally got their first apartment, house, whatever, got a car note. They didn't realize I had this since I was out the house. As soon as I got out the house, I'm busting down 2 jobs and going to school, going to college. And then at the same time, that's when I pick up DJing. So I started taking gigs. Then at the same time, I picked up a 3rd job at one point for about 6 months and was working 3 jobs, going to school and DJing. Yeah. People don't know that. People don't know how much sleep I wasn't getting. Because I was about my money and getting to a place where I remember I'm 19, 20, and girls I'm talking to, I'm like, they like, why you don't want to do this? I'm like, I'm saving money for my kids. And they like, what? Yeah. Like, I'm like, ooh, I'm like, yeah. Like, I'm thinking about my future, bro. But people didn't understand it. Like, from a young age, I was on it.
You was already on it. That's good, man. That's good. That's real good, actually. So, look, I'm gonna ask you something, man. I want you to complete a sentence for me. Mm-hmm. It hurts me to see. Yeah, real simple.
It hurts me to see what these people do for some cash.
Ooh.
Like, for real.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Hurt my soul, bro.
Yep. Motherfucker do anything for it, boy.
For some money nowadays.
For real.
You can get Percocet. They sold for
real. Literally, for a few thousand.
Really, some people, a
few hundred.
For
real. You said something right there, boy. Okay, I want to ask you, man, how do you think that the nightlife, how do you think the nightlife has impacted your life in a sense?
I say it's been a mixture of, it's been like a yin and yang of positive and negative.
Yeah.
positively, it has expanded my network in a crazy way, like from different cities to everything. It's allowed me to meet different people. It's allowed me to get to understand different walks of life in a way that I hadn't been introduced to before. Okay. And it has expanded my palette as far as music is concerned. On the other side of things, relationships that I've had as far as friendships and whatnot have affected because of what I do. Like, if I don't get people in free or stuff like that, people don't want to be my friend, which is like, it's like, well, this ain't even my party, bro. Like, or if it is my party, bro, I ain't even made my bottom line yet. Like,
what you talking
about? Get you in free, get you drink, whatever. Bro, I put in, like, back then, I'm like, bro, I ain't put in $1,500 to this party. Back then, I'm looking at, like, oh my goodness, a lot of money. Yeah. Which is, it still ain't a little money.
It's
like,
plenty money, fuck you, yeah.
But it's like, bro, I put $1,500 into this party, and
you want me to let you in free? I spent money to have the party.
$10. Like, back then, I'm only charging 10, 20, something like that. Like, it ain't even crazy.
That ain't crazy at all.
And I remember some people not being, like, not wanting to be a friend the same, but behind it. Like I've said, I've always been big on the female crowd, so I'm nice. I'm not going to be like, people be expecting you to be an asshole to women just because they a woman and you got a woman. No, I'm not. I don't do that.
And look, you take it from me. I'm a married man. I don't play that. I'm not finna be catty with no females, mean and I. I want everybody to love me. Fuck you, man.
The thing with my girl is this: if whoever I date, whoever I talk to, I'm going home with you at the end of the night. And I hate to say that because people be like, that don't matter. Like, but that is a thing. I'm going home with you at the end of the night. It ain't nobody else in this club I actually want. If I'm messing with you, I want you. Like, I don't want them, especially not on this level. Like, but then my biggest thing is, I tell people, I'm like, I've had relationships with people for years that have been open. They've been open, like they come up, they give you a hug, they talk to you for a minute while you DJing, whatever. I've been friends with some of these people, or I've been a part of special moments in these people's lives or whatever. And it's like I'm not gonna be an ass to somebody just because. Like, now if they step over certain lines, of course I get it. Like, but
if they not being disrespectful and we being normal, how we always, I'm gonna stay like that. I'm not finna say, oh, I can't hug you no more. And we've been hugging for years.
I can't have a conversation with you no more.
I can't stand here and talk now because
nah.
Come on, man.
That's living in prison.
That's showing weakness of a man. That ain't real. Nah, I'm gonna be me. They gonna love me for me. I'm not finna switch that up. You should stay on point. Yeah, I can dig that. Okay, look, man, I want you to do one more thing before we get out of here. I want you to tell me, what's your 3-year vision for DJ King as a man, or as a brand? What's your 3-year vision, man? What you got up?
3-year vision, business wise first, I hit that. I don't DJ as much as I used to, and that was on purpose. I don't think a lot of people realize that I stepped back a lot, but I didn't want to burn myself out on it. But lately I've been getting more into it, so I'm about to start throwing my own events again. That's in there. I got something that's supposed to be coming next month. That's what I'm hoping for. If the venue says that we can have this venue, it's a venue that is not easy to get. Getting back into the parties, DJing not being something that I do all the time for the next 3 years. It's not gonna be something I just do 5 gigs a week and stuff. I don't want to do that no more.
You don't want that. Okay.
And I stopped doing it like about a year ago. Getting more into the production, because I started doing that over the last year. I started taking that more serious and started sending beats out to more artists. I got a lot of artists on beats. I'm waiting for these freaking songs to drop. Okay. Really getting into, I want to A&R, but I don't want to do the traditional sense of A&R. I want to more so just work with artists and help them improve and develop their skills and
So
connect dots
more,
where I can.
More of artist development.
Yeah, but not actually in the magnitude of being an A&R. I want people to. Yeah. I kind of want it to be a thing where anybody can call me and be like, "Hey, bro, I need you to step in the room, and check out this song, check out this album, whatever." And you know,
so you kind of more so falling into like the consultant type.
Yeah, because I do that now. I get paid to do that now. Literally.
Yeah, okay.
So that's why when people send me like the albums and stuff, it's like I want to give my advice. It's like, bro, I really get paid for this. Yeah. So I'm really trying to figure out a way to
turn it into straight business.
Straight business. Like, because people want to know how stuff really is going to be received or how it's really heard. Yeah. And at the same time, what arenas it could be used in. But at the same time, knowing like a game plan to get the music out there.
Get it out there, yeah.
Because people go and spend money on Facebook ads and all this stuff and paying DJs, but they don't go spend money in the three main places you spend money to make money off your music. Like
radio.
Yeah, nah.
What?
Radio ain't where I say. Influence. You gotta think about influences, things of that nature. It's so many. You could have, like, I just saw my homie Zach Hurf, who big videographer, but he got back in the class now, where he got artists coming on there and they were doing beatboxing. I'm not beatboxing. They were like beating on tables like back in the day. And they freestyling songs and like it's hard. And he's been helping a lot of artists get on like that. But he just posted about a day or two ago $1,000 budget on his I don't know if it was on his story or if it was a reel, but it's on Instagram. And he broke down what a $1,000 budget could look like for artists. Okay. People don't understand it's that simple. Like, you ain't gotta be rich to put something out. You can get a little traction.
You can get you some motion.
If you got $1,000, at least a few hundred or several hundred or a few thousand people will have that material put in front of their face. Right. If it's good material,
it should
catch on to an extent. Yeah. It might not take you off.
Yeah.
You might have to do it a few more times.
Yeah.
But it'll build.
Yeah.
So it's stuff like that. I want to get into that more.
That makes sense.
And what else business wise? I want to do something else. I want to do something else outside of music. I ain't figured it out.
Really?
Like, people be laughing when I say it, but I like detailing cars. Like,
really?
Like,
ain't nothing wrong with that. That could be a lucrative business for you.
Nah, they be, my homies be cracking on me. They be like, of all things that you like to do,
they like
the
DJ booth to detailing
cars, and I like cutting yards.
For real, you like put some work in,
bro. It's because at the end of the day, it's that type of stuff releasing endorphins for me in a way.
Yeah, and it's crazy. You know what? It's funny you say that. Guess what I do on my off days? That's like one of my things. I wash my vehicle and do my yard work.
But it's related.
That's one of my things.
It's really like a because I remember doing it as a kid. I used to not like it so much. Then when I became a teenager, it became like I didn't realize the time, but it was like a sense of meditation, a sense of peace.
Yeah. You concentrate. I wash my car, man. I would wash my car like I'm not driving it no more. But it was just really, like you say, it just feels good. Yeah. I'm like, I'm finna just wipe this mug like I ain't pulling it out no more. Like it's finna be on the showroom floor.
The day before all that pollen came, I want to say it was a week ago. Yeah. Or a week or two ago. Man, the day before that, I washed my car for 3 hours. I knew it was gonna rain the next day.
I knew.
But I was
like,
way. I cleaned the inside spotless. It looked like this junk finna go to the dealership.
For real. I would do the same thing, King. I'd be like, it's gonna rain. I'll be like, well, I'm gonna be clean as hell in the rain. Right. And then what I would do like, if I say I wash my car on a Sunday or Monday or something, right? Mm-hmm. And it rained the next day. If my car get wet, I would literally pull in the garage and use the rain and wipe it back down.
Yeah. Basically all together clean.
All right back clean, man. I'll tell you. So I feel you on that. That's definitely therapeutic for me, man. Cutting the yard and washing cars. That's dope, though. It's crazy coming from a DJ to those two things you consider doing. I like that.
Because I used to...
and that's some work. You said, that's some good work.
Growing up, my pops was a diesel mechanic, so I used to help him work on cars, but he had a full service business. He'll detail your car, take the seats out.
Yeah.
Not hose, but
shampoo the
carpet,
all that. Yeah.
All that. Like he used to do all that, but then he'll also work on what's wrong with your car at the same time.
Okay, so you get full service.
I had experience with that as a kid. Like I like working on cars. I'm good at it, but I would never do it for a living.
Right.
But
the detail, you'll probably start your detail service.
I probably will. I'm thinking about it.
Hey, it's some money in it now. Yeah. I got a partner, man. I done watched my boy come up. I was one of his first clients, and I done watched that boy get his bread.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
For real. That's what's up, man.
I forgot about the personal side.
Yeah, give me something personal. What you got in your? I know you've been saving his money for this baby.
Yeah, I mean,
you ain't ready for that yet.
I ain't met nobody, so I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say. I would like to meet somebody. I ain't in no rush to meet nobody though.
I can dig it.
If I meet somebody and they cool and we mesh,
you open to it,
and I'm open to it, and she open to it.
Yeah. Because you're not trying to avoid it.
Yeah, I ain't tried to. I still be dating and whatever, talking to people, but with a lot of people, I realized I was in a relationship I was in one real relationship and it was like 5 years.
Okay.
Like probably kicking it for about 6 years, but we were about probably 7 years, but about 5 years we were together.
Yeah.
And I realized I don't have the same patience I had before then.
Right, because you evolving as a man. Yeah, that's what happens.
Like a lot of little stuff, like you might, you notice stuff early on, you don't liking a person.
Yeah.
When I'm younger, I'm like,
you look over it.
Kicking it. Yeah. Now it's like, as soon as I see it, I'm like,
turn off.
And I got a lot of female friends I've been cool with since like high school, and they be like, man, you so what's the word?
Nonchalant.
Nah, picky.
Picky.
You so picky. Yeah, because they even try to set me up, people, and I'd be like, I'd be like, I don't like how she think. And they be like, how she think? I'd be like, that's
it, yeah.
They be shocked about certain stuff, but at the same time, they all be respectful. Not be respectful, but they respect the way that I think, because they like, bro, they was like, people don't be coming like this. They don't.
Good, bro. Keep that up, brother.
Hey, I told you, not just anything.
Hey, you can't walk around with the name King. You got to move like one now.
For real. Hip is the head to wear the crown.
For real. You got to, man. You on point, man. I love to hear it, man. Just, I've been in tune with you, just watching you do your thing, just on the club scene. Yep. Always been good energy, good vibe. I told you I gave you probably about 4 years younger than what you really are. You know what I'm saying? But I got much respect for you, little bro, and I love to see you do your thing. Keep up the good work. I wish you the best in all your future endeavors. You know what I'm saying? And once again, I appreciate you coming on the platform, man, and sharing your story, bro.
Appreciate you for having me. But look, we got to give you some props. You doing your thing now. We just about a year in.
Yeah, not even a year. I'm probably 8 months.
8 months. We tapping on a year.
Yeah, we
tapping on a year.
Yeah.
So, bro, like, you putting in the work. You actually hitting people up and pulling people in. And it's the thing that I've noticed about your stuff that I like. With a lot of podcasts, it's like very cliquey, or not. I won't even say cliquey, but they all kind of be pulling in the same people from the city on like the city type podcast.
Yeah,
you pulling in a plethora of people who I'm watching this. I'm like, I ain't even know that. I ain't know that they did this. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I enjoy that, bro. And you doing something different, honestly.
Man,
you doing something different in a different way.
I appreciate it, for sure.
For real. I'm ready to see you grow, bro.
Man, hey, I appreciate that coming from a young businessman. I really do appreciate that, man. I had a vision, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to stick to the vision, man. You get people might ask me, man, how many views you got?
Right.
I try not to even look at it.
Right.
I just stick to the vision because I feel like it's gonna come. You know what I'm saying?
That's how I am with my real. Like I just started posting content faithfully.
Yeah.
Like a few months ago. Like I used to I post something once, wait 3 weeks, wait a month, whatever, and then post something again. All of them gonna get off. But now it's like I realize I'm posting regularly, and all of them are getting likes and getting views every week. Stuff that I posted a month ago still getting views and likes.
Yeah.
It's gonna grow.
Keep it going. Just let it keep growing, man. Stick to your vision. I learned that, man. So that's what this platform about. I really appreciate the compliment too, man. I'm gonna keep on going. I'm gonna keep on, trying to see where it's gonna take it. You know what I'm saying? Where it's gonna go, man. I appreciate you though. Well, do you got anything you want to share with the people before we go? Before we shut it down, you got any wise, knowledge to drop or anything, man?
Man, look,
Cause you a wise young man for real. You got it all figured out. To me, it seems like you're on the right track.
Man, the biggest thing I guess for me along my journey is really like being yourself and not letting the success and the people around you change you, because when them folks gone, success gone, you ain't gonna know who the hell you is.
Man, for
so
real.
Nah, for real, be yourself.
Be yourself.
That's my biggest thing. In any aspect of what you're doing.
No doubt.
Like, don't try to be what you see on social media. Don't try to have what everybody got on social media.
Cause some of them don't even got it.
Most of them don't got it.
For real.
People got, bro, y'all looking at folks living in these big ass houses, and these people got little ass deals to live in that big ass house. They don't pay not a bill in that house. Like I know some rappers like that. I know some rappers that
Airbnb.
No, not Airbnb, label or they handler or whoever.
Got them just in there.
Got them in there.
Yeah.
But it's to get an image.
Yeah.
Like, here the car. Here all this. You looking at somebody, you like, they got it.
Yeah,
no, they
got
don't.
shit.
Like you in the same position as them. But they
Really?
just work. They just putting in work every day that you ain't.
Yeah.
Because they do got their necessities took care of, so it makes stuff easier.
It
for
make
sure.
it easier, yeah.
But they putting in the amount of work y'all put in every day. Y'all in the same boat, really.
Yeah, literally.
So, yeah.
No doubt, man. Well, look, on that note, man, that concludes another episode of Beyond the Clientele, man. I'm your host, J1, J100 or Mr. So 100, because you know I do it the So 100 way. And shout out to my man, my special guest, DJ King, man.
Bro.
Appreciate you, bro. Big salute.
Appreciate you having me, man.
For sure, man.
For sure.
Till next time, we out.